What's up, everyone? This is Lenny from the Lenny Sports Talk Show every Mondays and Thursdays, 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I had to think about that one because I've been saying it so much. On KUHSdenver.com, on TuneIn Radio or Simple Radio apps. Just download the app, search KUHS. I talk running on Mondays for a half hour, and I always give race reports. I run a ton of 5Ks, smaller races around the Thornton, Denver metro area. But yeah, this is my shoe review of the Hoka Odyssey. I don't see a lot of shoe reviews about certain new maximum cushioning shoes that are coming out, so I'm gonna try and hit the odd ones. This is the Hoka Odyssey, and it's a very light shoe. I did notice a few discomforts about it, but we're gonna start first of all weighing the shoe to see how it weighs against the Clifton. The Clifton 7 ounces. This thing's 9.9 ounces, but I'll weigh it, in front of you guys so you can see. I've put I think I'm at 30 plus miles on this thing now. So a lot of things to talk about. 9.9 ounces. I'll zoom it in so y'all can check it out. 9.9 ounces on the Hoka Odyssey. One of the newer Hokas that came out. Kind of the rival to the Hoka Clifton. The thing about the difference between this and the Clifton is, though, a lot more cushioning. They kind of labeled this as similar, but to me it just has a lot more cushioning, and probably that's the weight difference. Same upper that they're using, this kind of light type of material now, the synthetic they've came out with. It's definitely a different material, and I'm using the same laces I got with it. Everything seems to be good. The thing I don't like about the new Hokas are this tongue. It's very not there. It's very thin. It's not there. It's kind of just, and that's why they put these things through it, I believe, and it kind of moves everywhere. And I don't run for Hoka, and Hoka, didn't pay me for this. No running companies pay me for this. I'm just doing this as a runner for runners. And once again, 30 plus miles, and I'm getting this type of stuff, on the shoe, this kind of wear and stuff like that. But I really like this shoe. I'm not gonna dog on it too hard because I really like it. Right out the box, I got a lot of miles on it. No hot spots, except for maybe a little on the ball of my foot. I always get those in new shoes. But yeah, nothing too significant to talk about as far as blisters wise. It's definitely a narrow shoe. Very narrow. It's hard for me to get used to. But the thing about this new upper on Hoka's is it's so light and so non-existent that it just seems like, after 2 runs, your foot just breaks it into it, and I hope it won't cause like a hole later on in life. But, whatever. It's a decent shoe. I forgot I have some other reviews on the prices on some of those, but this one, I can't remember if it was like somewhere around $130, I believe. So it's definitely not, too pricey, but it's definitely pricey. Over $100 if you get a coupon and you're signed up with if you're signed up with the right running company, or if you know the right people, you can definitely get a discount on this, or you buy them used on eBay, of course. But yeah, definitely a really light shoe at 9.9, under 10 ounces. I was hoping it would be that, and when I'm running this shoe, I really feel that. It has the rocker thing going on. It kind of pushes you forward a little bit. I'm not too big of a fan on that. I'd rather have my foot just kind of flat like a regular running shoe. But I really like this shoe. It's definitely narrow. My foot's not. It's kind of fat and flat when I step on it. But I do have a Morton's toe, like I've done on the other reviews. I've talked about my foot because my foot is definitely different from your foot, and I don't want anybody saying, well, that's not how this felt on my foot. Well, your foot is different. I'm just giving you my thoughts and my opinion on how I felt in this shoe. Definitely felt light. Definitely felt like I wasn't gonna get any more wear and tear on my knees or anything like that. I felt really good and confident that the shoe would be able to hold my stature, and it comes with the regular thing that Hoka comes with. Definitely thin. You could see the narrowness just in that. So people with fat feet, I wouldn't recommend this. And also, my foot being straight, sits kind of more straight, and sits more, this is a right shoe, it sits more to the right. you know, the shoe kind of curves in, you know, like a lot of other shoes do. And, you know, I don't know why companies are doing that, but I guess it's because people's feet curve that way. They're not thinking of the people's feet that veer the other way, kind of like mine. And a flat arch, you know, and I wouldn't say there's a big arch support in this, you know. There's arch support, definitely arch support, but not huge, you know. Maybe it's because my foot smashes it down because my arch just kind of goes down. It's kind of non-existent. But I mean, as soon as I got my foot in it, I felt like I was rubbing kind of towards the side, and I was running. I felt like I was running on this side because my foot kind of veers that way. But after like 1 or 2 runs of breaking it in, I don't feel that anymore, and I just feel like this is one of my favorite go-to shoes. This Hoka Odyssey and the Ultra, you know, 1.5, Ultra Olympus 1.5 are my go-to shoes. It's definitely light. I feel like I can, you know, run some really good times on Strava and beat people's segment times on there, if you're familiar with Strava, in this shoe, and it definitely offers a lot more protection than the Hoka Clifton. So if you're looking for something that's, you know, pretty light but offers more protection than the Hoka Clifton. I know people are tons of fans of the Hoka Clifton, and this is your shoe. It definitely, I've heard some people say it's stiffer than the Hoka Clifton. This thing's loosened up for me a lot. I do feel more response. You know, that means it's a little more stiffer. I mean, it doesn't have that much flex to it. And it definitely has a lot more material back here than the Hoka Clifton. I mean, look at all that material it has back there. It has the, you know, actually it doesn't have too bad of a heel counter. It's kind of soft back here. 9.9 ounces, you can't beat it. Like I said before, fits my shoe perfect. This is actually 11 and a half, I should mention that. So 9.9 ounces for 11 and a half. I had to size up because in these new uppers they're doing in Hoka, I don't know what it is, but my foot is kind of veering to the, you know, right and kind of touching up here. So I opted to get these in 11 and a half, and that's what I've been running in. I love having extra room in my feet or in my shoe when I run. I always get a little bit of hot spots, like I said, in the ball of my feet when I run in new shoes. I didn't get them that bad in these, maybe a little bit, but you know, no blisters to talk of. This new upper that they're using is wonderful for, you know, if you're unfamiliar with the old Hoka brand, the old Hoka style shoes, you know, the Mafate original and stuff, or Mafate 2, I mean, they're using this thick material, and it was, you know, it's as narrow as they are now, but they're, you know, maybe it felt more narrow or something, and it would just crunch my toes together and make them rub and cause blisters. But this one, you know, kind of invites your feet to splay out. Even though they're narrow, it's kind of hard to explain. It just kind of, the material just kind of bends and stretches to your foot. And they're very breathable. I mean, you can see my finger through there. You know, I don't know if you can see it on tape, but you can see my finger through the upper, and, you know, that's always a good thing for breathability and stuff. But, you know, I think the tongue, I don't know if I would, you know, kind of tell them to add more to the tongue, because it'd probably add more to weight. I don't know, and this whole shoe curvature thing has to stop for me. Not for everyone else probably, because their feet probably curve. But yeah, this is the Hoka Odyssey review. I think 8 out of 10. To me, it's a great shoe. It's like the Hoka Clifton, just more protection, what I wanted. It's narrow, just like the Clifton, but, you know, I broke it in, and it feels pretty good. Rocker, okay, you know, but I just like the protection. I love max cushioning shoes. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And this is the Hoka Odyssey. Thanks. I forgot to mention on the Hoka Odyssey that this regular rubber that you're using, or even right here, it actually felt kind of like sticky in a way, so it kind of grips the ground pretty good. I don't know what it's like on wet surfaces. I haven't run in anything wet or slippery on it, so maybe I'm wrong, maybe you have a different experience. But this kind of stuff they use on the Cliftons and stuff, I've actually heard somebody running by me and it sounded like they were sticking to the ground, like I don't know if that was just a combination of this squishing, or if it was just, I heard this kind of sticking, this sole kind of sticking to the ground. But that being said, you know, you can make your own idea about it, but that's what I think about the bottom sole.